Good morning, everyone. It's fucking 2:30 in the morning. I'm wide awake, which I usually am at this time. I'm fucking gotta feed the kid. I just got out of the shower. Not that long ago. I know, kitty. I know you're hungry. I'm trying to remember for the food. It's right in this damn bag. I fucking put it in this damn brown bag so the flies wouldn't fucking sit there and be flying all in it and shit and lay their eggs. They like to lay their eggs in it. And then she's fucking, I don't want her eating fucking, fly eggs. Even though I don't think it'll kill her or anything, but this stuff smells so much better. There's really no smell to it, actually. Like when you open it, it doesn't smell all, like it doesn't make you nauseous and shit. It's that 9 Live stuff. Caring for cats since 1959. And cat. This is a super supper. She seems to like it, so I got her this one because I'm gonna have to keep this on the boat, I'm gonna have to order every time I go into port. I gotta order fucking cats, cat food for her. And I might have to order cat food for Claw too, so if Claw ends up with me. So this has a super supper, which I have no idea what that's in there, and this says meaty pat with real chicken, and then real chicken and tuna, and then the super supper. 12 can variety for each. I don't know, she likes it, so. It was at the fucking dollar store, man. It was only $12. So you think I'm getting, how many cans am I getting? They just told me fucking. Yeah, I'm saving money. I'm saving a lot of money, so. Which, I had to open these windows. I had to get some coffee going. Turn on the lights. I wanted to fucking. I like to sleep with my windows open, but since there's nobody here other than me, and I have a loaded gun in the house, a 12 gauge. I don't want people crawling through the window while I'm sleeping, and me wake up and me blowing their fucking head off, because I will. That's the problem, so by closing the windows, locking the windows up, we just avoid that whole situation, period, right? So, Claw! Kiki! Claw! It's 2:30, I want to see if he actually comes out. Claw! Kitty! I don't see him. Sure, he's sleeping. It's cold out there, too. It's cooler. Which, that stupid ass, Echo, these lights, man, they don't work. And they work once you turn them on. And then they go on and off. As soon as you turn them on and off and start calling them, they work just fine. But it doesn't want to work until you're turned on, so I'm gonna have to figure that out or go with a different brand. I'm probably gonna be going with a different brand, because I'm not gonna sit there and write scripts for bulbs, because it's just too much. You know what I mean? Then you gotta hack the bulb and all that other shit when I can just buy bulbs that actually work, It doesn't make any sense, and this hat is bothering me. I wanted to wear a different hat today, but my hands are full. Yeah, I already know I'm gonna trash this stuff. I'm only gonna wear it for a couple hours, so I'm just gonna go put it back for now. There's my baby. I love this thing. She goes wherever I go. I'm up. I'm up for the day, you know. It's what I do. I'm up for the day. 2:30 a.m. I'm ready rocking. You know, I'll be up till the morning, you know. And then the morning all I'll do is lay down for a couple hours. I'll email people, that type of stuff. I gotta go grab socks. I'll be right back. And I gotta grab 2 naproxen because my knee hurts like a bitch, and it's got 5 screws in it. And that blister, it hurts. Bad. Which, I gotta go take these real quick. I thought I had a fucking Red Bull somewhere. I don't know where I put it. Good thing I went and got coffee. That milk was so cold from fucking Joe Randazzo's. I put it in that thermos. That shit's still cold. Surprises me. Oh, man. My fucking leg, dude, it hurts. It's hurting really bad, more than it usually does. And then close my phone. Nice. Oh, that was the first time, the Nimble fell. It didn't stay very well. That's weird. The Nimble's starting to get worn out a little bit on the base. You screw it in. It's been I've been using it though every day, all day. So, you know, I plan on getting some more equipment from them. Which I gotta start packing up. I got my travel backpack. This thing's fucking awesome, dude. I love this thing. It goes around fucking your body, all that stuff. It's comfortable, man. It's comfortable as fuck. You know, it fits my 12 gauge in it. You don't even know my gauge is in there, you know. My Mossberg, you don't even know my Mossberg's in there. That's how big it is. And that's with it fully assembled as well, you know. I don't have to disassemble it, which is convenient. That's the whole reason why I bought it, really. Which, I had a bunch of fucking new socks. I bought a bunch of new socks. They ended up on the fucking floor over here. I fucking been packing up. And obviously they don't match. They're the same socks, but one's gray, one's blue, and that's how we're riding today. I don't care. I want these thin ones because of that fucking blister. I love thin socks for some reason. The thinner the sock, the better. Unless it's like winter, obviously, but I get less blisters. The blisters are not as bad when I go long distances when I wear these socks. Alright. Time to make coffee. Eat. Rich, I'm gonna eat some cereal. Actually, oh no, I can't make any. I'm out of bread. I'm gonna have to eat cereal. I wanted to buy bread, but then I'm out of peanut butter. So. Oh well. We gotta crack this open. Gotta open my brick of coffee. So I gotta go get the scissors. Yeah. That'd be really awesome if that lady fucking has that truck dropped off to my driveway. I'd be really fucking happy. You have no idea. She's talking about having it dropped off in my driveway, right? With no money up front. Me fixing the truck, flipping it, right? And then whatever money I put into it, take my money back, you know, and then once I take my money back, we split the difference. That's what's gonna happen if she does it with me. So that's awesome, you know. And she said, you know, we figure it out. We figured we would do it that way if we do this, so that way I don't owe her any money. You know what I mean? I'm not giving her any money up front. I'm not, you know, she wants to sell the truck anyways, you know. I don't have all the money up front to give to her right this moment, which that's why I kicked the idea to her, you know. I knew I could work with her. And this is how you start business. Remember I told people in another video, a real businessman, a man that knows how to make real money will use other people's money, right? She's in a situation, she has that vehicle, there's Claw right there. Claw, go to the front door. But if you're, you know, she's in a situation, she needs money, right? Her son ain't driving it now, you know, they already bought him another vehicle, so it's a win-win situation for both of us, right? Now she's, you know, I don't have to give her any money up front, she's just gonna drop it off. I'm working with her money and make, you know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. Claw! Kitty. Claw! Claw just went in my backyard. I knew he would fucking... Figured he'd be up and about. Come on, Claw. I figured, man. It's because he's stressed out. He's in pain, man. That's what it is. He's whatever's in that back. And it's cold too tonight. That's why I figured he might be running around, trying to fucking find somewhere warm. I shouldn't give him this hard. He likes this fucking hard food, man. Well, he's on my porch, just hanging out. Claw! Kitty. I want him to eat. Kitty. Come on. Come here. Come in here. Come home. This is your home. Yeah, you guys can watch the cat for a minute. I'm gonna go get this coffee started. Kitty. Claw. Alright. He went somewhere. He said, nope, I don't want no food. Claw, come here. Kitty. Come here, kitty. Claw. I don't know, he just went to my backyard. I don't know what's in my backyard, but whatever it is, he wants it. Which, I need to take my stomach medication. I know it's about to come. So I just made coffee. I don't want to have upset stomach today. I got a lot to do. I don't want to feel nauseous, so taking it like I'm supposed to once a day. Even though I only take it like twice a week, but today I'm preparing. Eat a small bowl of cereal real quick. Cook it in. I really don't even want to eat. My stomach, I just gotta put something in my stomach, tiny. Give me that food, bro. I just gave you food. I can't wait for you to smell, cat. I cannot wait for you to be able to smell. You're driving me crazy. I still gotta get dish soap. I bought laundry detergent, but I gotta get dish soap. $100 goes fast, man, when you buy groceries and shit like that. Plus, I needed deodorant, and I wanted different shirts. I have no idea what they're talking about. This light I gotta fix. The light works great still, but the charger, where the actual fucking USB comes in to charge the phone, the solder connection's broke. So you gotta hold the USB plug down for it to charge. So I had to open up my favorite flashlight now and fix it. I used a little yogurt container to eat a little bit of cereal. I just wanted to get some food in my stomach. That medicine sometimes makes my stomach feel weird. It's surprising, my eyes, they're sore, but they don't feel swollen, which I'm thankful. It just means that naproxen hasn't worn off yet, and I woke up in time to take 2 more before it wore off. The sty hasn't surfaced yet, so I gotta fucking deal with it for another day or 2. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll take a washcloth and I'll run it under hot water, and then I'll wring it out somewhat, and I'll lay it on my eye, like as hot as I can stand, and the heat will draw it out a lot. Well, it'll draw out the pus. Which I just laid in the shower for about an hour. Well, the shower. I always fill up the bathtub with the shower. I turn on the shower, and then I let the bathtub fill. I'll lay in there. Once it's full, I'll turn off the shower. I'll open up the window, and I'll lay there for a good hour. Once the water starts cooling down, because I had the window fucking wide open, I'll turn the shower back on. I had a flash heater. It's nice to have one of those. The water heater here, though, that I have is nice as well. It never goes out. It does if you run it forever, ever, but if you're in there for a good half hour, you're good. You let it run for a half hour, the bathtub fills off, you let it shut off. It stays hot for a good half an hour, and by that time, the hot water tank's hot again. You can pretty much stay in that bathtub all day, all night, and never leave, and be hot, be warm. That's what I gotta make in my boat, which it's gonna be hard to do. This coffee smells so good. That cool air is coming in from outside. I can feel it. I have to put on a hoodie. That's what I want, though. I want the air to. I want my house to clear out. Get all that fresh air in. All that stagnant air in the house fucking make me sick and shit. I don't like this shit. My windows got to be open soon. Like, they got to be open, man. I want that sun coming in the house. Everybody I know, man, wants to isolate and keep the windows fucking closed and I'm not like that. No, I don't, like my living room and stuff, yeah, I don't want people watching me, if I want to walk around the house naked type shit with my wife, yeah, of course. But majority of the time, my house is wide open. I'm so happy right now. I got my favorite coffee, sugar, real milk. And it was cold enough to actually cool down this coffee enough to actually take a sip. And I had just enough milk to make me a nice coffee. I got sugar. That's what happens when you work hard, man. You take care of people, you help people. I mean, God loves it. He loves it, man. And listen, man. You can be graceful. You can be graceful just like God. All you gotta do is ask Jesus to be in your life. Learn to work with Him. Once you learn grace, it's smooth sailing for the most part. After that, though, you should always be prepared and be ready for the bad. As soon as you believe in Jesus, as soon as you believe in Him, everything's in the people. Telling you, the evil one's gonna send people, everybody that you know in your life and people you don't, he's gonna try to sabotage you. Because he knows the war is already over. He knows if you read the Bible, you read what God did and what God is going to do, you realize that Lucifer really has no control. That these people they're allowing him to control them. That's why it becomes ignorance, and that's also why it's a Christian's job to teach that person. It's crazy. It blows my mind. It's nice I can actually drink it. gonna be yapping in a minute. Doing a lot of typing. Got a lot of computer shit to get done. Which, running around getting food and having them do all this other shit, it stops me from doing my computer stuff. This is also why I worked so hard to save $70,000 in my Cash App. So when I do get the boat, right, I get this equipment, I gotta be able to have enough money coming in to be able to pay for food and to pay for the boat slip, which I'm going to be traveling around. It's going to be multiple ones. That's why I'm thinking about getting a membership at a club, because I'll have a boat slip and I'll have a hotel in a sense to come to take breaks, because I'm going to be going out for 3 months at a time. So this is the plan as of right now, is 3 months out on water, come back for 3 months on land, get situated, re-up on provisions, that type of stuff, plan the next trip out, because there's going to be, eventually, there's not just going to be me rolling out, there's going to be a few of us rolling out, I have an idea of a few boats. I'm going to be owning 2 boats to do this. I know it's going to take 2 boats, so that's why I'm looking for the small one right now, the 27-footer, and then I'm probably going to get like a 42-foot Hunter or something. I would like to get a different brand, but Hunter's probably the more affordable one. So, yeah, I'm going to go grab a hoodie. I'll be right back. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to grab. I love this fucking hoodie, man. I spent a lot of money on this fucking hoodie. Which, I want to know what my jacket is. My North Face jacket. I'm pretty sure Margarita has it. She was the last person I seen it with. I thought another girl actually took it. I was seeing before her, which was fucking crazy. That bitch was nuts. I dropped that bitch off at at the hotel. So she got a job. This bitch got a job at the motel. Right? This bitch had me drive. I drove literally like 6 hours, right? Because this girl told me that she told me that her stepdad was basically raping her son. Like sexually molesting her son. And it fucked me up because for her to go around and say that, you know what I mean? Like, it was a lie. It was a lie. And then this bitch I gave her $200 to help her out, right? Because I had money, man. I have money, man. Listen, man, listen, I can make $1,000 every day if I want to. I can make 10 racks in a day if I want to. You hear me? That's not hard to do. All you gotta do is give me some drugs. I can make it, man. I'm telling you, I used to run the freeways. I used to run. I did my time, you hear me? I did my time. I don't do that stuff no more. I don't run up in people's cribs and pistol whip them upside the head, man. I've done that shit, man. Talking about, give me the fucking money, you know what I mean? I ain't got no money, bitch. I know you got some money. And, I'm running up in there and I'm hitting kids and shit, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. All fucked up. Straight up off my wig, you know what I mean? Like, just straight up my cord, I was fucked up. I grew up in... You gotta remember where I grew up. I grew up in Brightmoor, man. And I'm white. So I had to deal with twice as much problems. Listen, man. Me growing up, the black kids used to chase me down the street and try to steal my bike. You know what I mean? The black guy across the street used to have to come out with his gun and fucking point it in the air and shoot and shit and fucking tell all the black kids, don't fuck with Retro, I'll kill you. That's my family. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was. I didn't really get fucked with that much. Because everybody knew who I was and because of my family, you know? Which, unfortunately, has also caused me problems. So, you know, I get pulled over in certain areas around Michigan, you know, in certain places, you know. My last name, it holds weight. That last name, they don't like it, okay? They don't. They don't like that last name. Some of them do. Some of them do. But, which half the shit they don't even know, just like my family, they don't know. They don't know what it is, what it was I was out there doing. You think I was telling them that shit? Come on, man. I knew better. I knew better not to tell them any of that stuff. They had no idea what I wasn't doing, man. I'm excited to use this. It smells. It's the closest thing to Downy. It's called Suavitel, Suavitel Complete. This one says Field Flowers. I promise you, it's the best smelling one. It's the closest thing to Downy. If I had Downy, I would be happy. If I had a choice, I would only use Downy. Period. The smell, everything about it. It doesn't get better than Downy. It doesn't. I gotta start packing all this stuff up, man. I'm not. It's fucking me up. Because I'm not gonna be able to see it in the boat, you know. Like, I took a nap on my couch, you know. Because I'm glad I didn't sell any. I'm glad. So I mentioned before in a lot of videos, I know the reason why none of my furniture sold. Everything cheap sold for the most part, other than Chan's. The Chan sold, which that wasn't cheap. But, you know, like this table, right? The red wine cherry oak table never sold. You know, that's over $3,000, you know, to buy something like that. You know, I had it listed for $500. My neighbor still wants it, but he's never brought me the money. He said he was going to bring me the money the other day. He never brought it. Because, you know, he wants it. He just can't justify throwing $500 at it. You know what I mean? He doesn't, you know, listen, man, I pay a lot of money for that. Who has a red cherry wine table in a house in the hood of Brightmoor in Redford? You know what I mean? You don't see that in this neighborhood, okay? You know, I know it's not from drugs. It's from working fucking from Ferris. I was running a fucking $750 million facility, okay? The facility just sold for $750 million right before I left, and I ran it. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? I ran the computer systems. I ran these $1 million systems. I helped put them together. I helped program and put these systems together to communicate. You know, you're talking, listen, man, people were coming from Canada over to where I was, and I was the main guy for, you know, for this company, for Ferris. I was the main guy that they came to. That was like, okay, we're going to put this in, you know, this goes there, you know, and are you okay with that, Retro? Yeah, I'm okay with that, you know. I was that guy. And people misjudge this, you know, they don't think I know what it is that I know, you know. Listen, man, I was in charge of 300 people at all times, you know? Responsible people that are in the fucking air, you know, fucking on harnesses, you know what I mean? I got I got the state coming in, you know what I mean? You know, OSHA coming in and safety. I got to make sure all these guys are secure, you know what I mean? And, you know, I rode around in a Hummer all day, you know what I mean? That's all I did was drive around in a Hummer really during the day and make sure, a military Hummer, and make sure everybody's fucking working, which most people weren't. And then my main thing was, if you're not gonna fucking work, I don't give a fuck because, you know, I'm working fucking 12-hour shifts too, just like you. I'm working 72 hours a week, just like you. I know I'm making twice as much as you and you don't like it, but, you better fucking work, just like I did, and you better grab a fucking broom and go in front of that camera and make it look like you're fucking pushing a broom. Because that's all they want. As long as it looks like you're doing something, they don't give a fuck. You hear me? That's what I told everyone. It's called rocking the cradle, man. You can't. People, 12-hour shifts, I don't care who you are. If you're a monster or a machine, 12-hour shifts on your feet. The job that these women and men were doing that I was responsible for were for these men and women on each shift. It's hard work, man. And then this building, you know, it's got conveyor belts, you know, I'm talking hundreds of feet in the air, you know, and that's separating metal and stuff, and shit gets jammed and stuff, you know, and people, these men or women are wearing snowsuits, standing on a platform, right, in a giant warehouse that has no heat because they're fucking just they're remodeling it, they're putting all these new conveyor belts and all these new computer systems in, which I was head of, in charge of. You're talking multi-millions of dollars worth of equipment that I'm responsible for. Listen, it was crazy because that Canadian company they damaged one of the fucking tumblers. They tried to fucking, the semi, they tried to put it on me. They tried to put that shit on me. I was like, that's not me. That's all you. And that company's shit, actually. They try to put it on us. First they try to dump it on me personally. To try, you know what I mean? I would have got fired. I cover my ass. I proved to them that it was broke before it was even put up. I went over the camera and I seen that it was damaged before. Listen, man. I was taking pictures of everything while they were installing it, while they're bringing the stuff in, because the company, when they started bringing the stuff in, I was, what the fuck are these guys doing? You know, and my bosses are like, oh, they know what they're doing, you know. They better know what they're doing. We just paid them over $1 million. I'm like, well, you better ask them for your money back. And they looked at me and they're like, why you say that? I'm like, look what they're doing. That's not braced right. And they're like, no, it's fine, it's fine. Well, guess what? It broke, it snapped. So, and what'd they do? Instead of actually taking it back to Canada, all right, back across the border, and fixing it in their facility where they had it, and you know, they have to ship the stuff over, you know, over on ship and over on, you know, semi. You're talking millions of dollars, you know, thousands of dollars, you know, special clearances just to get the stuff on the road to the facility, you know. No wonder why they don't want to bring it back. I get that. But if a company's paying you millions of dollars to install it, right, and you break it, bringing it there, okay, and you can't fix it there on the site, but yet you want to still install it and then try to brush it under the floor, like under the rug, and not let anybody know, I'm the one that brought it up, and that's why they try to put it on me. But I couldn't have this facility. You're talking about men and women, right? Walking under these platforms and stuff, right? And this thing's, you know, you're talking 30, 50 feet up in the air, and it's stressed, it's bent, it's cracked, you know, and you're mounting this up in the air, it's gonna fall and break and kill somebody. It's my responsibility to see that. If I see that and I don't say anything, and I feel that it's not correct, and I don't say anything, right? Because that's not my place because, just because, it's not mine, you know what I'm saying? It's not my facility. I just work there in a sense. No. Because if something happens, not only am I going to feel fucking terrible, it's people die. So, yeah. And the only reason why I quit that job, honestly, is because one, they fucking were working you like a slave, to even get that job minimum, to even get a job picking, just to pick, which if you want a good job, I would suggest going there. They start you at $17 an hour just to start, and you get time and a half. And all you do is stand there and pick metal. If you live in Detroit, a man or woman, you're 18 or older, you can stand on your feet for 12 hours at a time. It's worth the money the first year. It's worth it because you can rack up $1,400. You're not going to make as much money as I was, okay? You'll make anywhere from, you're going to pull in $1,000 a week check, okay? That's how much you're going to make. You're going to make anywhere from $900 to $1,200. If you work all 7 days picking at $17 an hour, you get time and a half. So, you're talking almost $30 an hour after 8-hour shift every day. So you work 8 hours, right? After that 8 hours, right? You're working a full 12 hours. So after the 8-hour shift kicks in, right? Your time and a half kicks in. So not only are you getting time and a half every day you work, right? After 40 hours, it's all time and a half after that, right? And then that's all 6 days. Now, if you work Sunday, if you come in Sunday, you're getting double time because you're already getting your time and a half, then you're getting double time. So you'd be getting 17. That's almost, listen, that's a lot of fucking money. An hour, you're talking double time, so you're talking, and that's just the pick, man. All you're doing, look, you see this table? This is the table, right? Imagine a conveyor belt, right? You're standing here, there's a bunch of trash, and you see metal, you see aluminum, you see steel, you'll see wire, all different types of shit. Each station will have you pick different stuff. Some, this station will be copper, or this station will be, we call it oversize, which was my favorite place to be because it was outside of, it was a picking station outside of the warehouse, and it was a giant, it had these giant rollers. It was like a big giant bin, right? A big square with these giant rollers in there. They're fucking loud as fuck, and they would always get jammed. I hated climbing up in there. That's another reason why I quit, because I didn't like climbing in there. You'd kill yourself in there. And nobody would go in there but me. Which I would have to shut down the whole facility. All the time. The whole facility, run the sirens. I would even go to the extent to where I would walk and pull the whole power. I would pull the power, the actual fuse, and put it in my pocket before I went in there, just in case somebody wanted to be smart and go up in the tower and turn that fucker on while I was in there and not knowing I was in there. Those tumblers would tear me right up. I would be, those giant fucking things, like a paper, how the paper shredder, that's what it was. It was a giant paper shredder for metal. And it basically, you stick a car in there and it fucking will shred the car. That's what it was. It'd get jammed all the time. Big ass bars would get jammed in there and I'd have to unwedge them. And this shit sucks, man. It's fucking, it's 12 o'clock at night, fucking 2 in the morning like it is right now, nighttime. I'm running the night shift, I'm running everything, I got fucking walkie-talkie, fucking helmet on, fucking boots, you know what I mean? I'm fully geared down, having big fucking, I got, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, I got fucking floodlights flooding this fucking thing, I got fucking, lifts coming, I got semis, coming, all this shit just to clean this fucking thing out. Because if that thing is not moving, we're losing out on money. That plant is making $10,000 every few minutes. When that plant, listen, man, I was making $1 million a day for that company. You hear me? I retrospect was making $1 million for that company a day. Easily. I was processing, sorting tons of material. I'm talking metric tons. I'm not talking a ton. I'm talking metric tons. Okay? I know people I went to school with that were driving semis that were dropping it off, and they see me and they're like, holy shit, you run this bitch? I'm like, yeah. They're like, damn. And they're making 5 racks a week. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling these guys what to do, drop that fucking load right there. What the fuck are you doing, dude? I told you to drop it over there, you know what I mean? What the fuck? Well, I don't know. Well, don't come back to my yard again, Come to me next time. That type of shit, it's stupid. But yeah, I ran that shit, and you think I would have got that job if I didn't have a background, you know what I mean, and stuff? You think they didn't fucking do a background check on me? Fuck yeah, they did. That's why I try to tell people they don't know who I am, man. They don't. Just like a lot of the work that I've done. I can't even tell people. The stuff I've done for the government, I can't tell you. I would get in trouble. I could be sued. They could lock me up. There's some of the stuff that I've done, some of the stuff that I've written, you know what I mean, like worked for and stuff. I can't talk about that stuff. The only reason why I even came back to Brightmoor, Detroit is because, one, I love Detroit. I do. It's my hometown. It's where I grew up, most of my life. And I wanted to make it work with my dad. I was going to open up a car company here. I was going to open up a concept shop. So, I design computer systems and stuff, and I build cars. So I'm putting both together, which I will be looking to open up some stuff down there with some people that are already kind of doing it. So, yeah. So it's going to be a concept shop. I'm going to be designing like security vehicles in a sense, which I'm going to be making like 1 a year, 2 a year on my slow time. It's going to be in my barn. And I'm going to be selling these vehicles. Once I get the barn set up and get the tools, like basically it's going to be a shop. It's going to be a one-stop shop. So the property that I'm looking for, it's got to have a boat launch. Basically enough to where I can moor in for my boat. Even if I have to anchor my boat out in the bay and bring like, a smaller vessel and smaller craft in, that's fine. Even if I have to dredge it out, I will. If I have to dredge it out. But most places, they do all that stuff. They have all that out there, but the property has to have that. It's got to be on the ocean, on the ocean, like right there. It's got to have a beach. It's got to be beach, or it's got to have a canal. You know what I'm saying? Or like a swamp. Like it's got to have access to the ocean. It can be, it can be a bay, it can be a river, it can be, whatever it is. As long as I can get to the Gulf, we're good. And I'm looking for it to have a barn. So I'm actually want the barn to need some work. I want to make the loft upstairs, so I'm gonna make like an upstairs for me and Margarita, like an apartment in a sense, like have like 2 bedrooms, like a kitchen like this in a sense. And then maybe put some like those metal twisty stairs that go up, and then that way, I have a bunch of room downstairs. And then I want to white and black checker the floor, and then I was gonna epoxy it so it's nice and shiny. Get like a 1950s refrigerator and stuff. Get some signage, some man cave stuff. Which I already started buying that type of stuff. Yeah, that's what's gonna happen, and then I'm gonna set up shop down there. I'm gonna build 1 or 2 cars, because I'm gonna be chasing the storms for 3 months, and then I'm gonna be on land for 3 months while I, document, video, edit everything and stuff, all the content that I have, everything that I've recorded, and then plan the next trip. And while I'm doing all of that, I'm on land in my little barn. I can work on the cars, because that is a passion of mine, and I don't want to give it up. These are both dreams. There's 3 dreams of mine: music, being famous, music, which I'm already famous. Once you believe in Jesus, you become famous immediately anyway. So, the second one is obviously the cars, and then being a weatherman, sailing around the world on a sailboat tops all of them. So, I always wanted to be a newsman. I always wanted to be a weatherman, and since I really don't want to work for the news because I think it's bullshit, I'm making my own news, life stories, perspectives. We're going to be meeting people all around the world. We're going to be, interviewing people. You see how I am. You see how I talk to people. So I'm always upfront, honest, real, genuine. All these videos, they're not being edited. If they get cut off, they get cut off. Like I was talking to Ryan. I'm still going to be trying to talk to him about Barney. I left the Barney over there, and there's some stories about that. So, and he had some stories too. He hasn't seen his mom since he was 5, he said. So I'm actually I'm hoping I hear that story from him, even though he pissed me off. So, some scrappers get a nice Coke machine he paid $40 for, and who knows how much he paid for that Briggs & Stratton motor. But I'm not taking it. I'm not keeping it. For him to say that, say that stupid shit, you can walk over and get it yourself if you want it. Fuck all that. He learned a lesson though, But the whole time, what it was is, not only was he trying to tell me what to do and how to do it, he was being stubborn, right? I told him, you should probably move all the stuff off your car. I mentioned it to him, and, like slow down type stuff, I know what I'm doing. I'm like, all right. He broke his windshield on that windshield was on top of his car. We moved his car out, right? He's got that lift. He's overtired, because he works so much. He hasn't slept in 2 or 3 days. He's trying to get all this stuff done. I told him, just wait. We'll do it tomorrow. That's why we ended up doing it today, because he was like, no, we have to do it today. He put that on me. He was like, well, we got to do it today. It's like, what? Which, he probably would have waited till tomorrow, But he wanted it done, and, I know how it is that I have help. Now he has space, in his garage. Now he can move some stuff around, and I'm hoping he takes that advantage. I hope he takes, now that I cleaned out that spot, I'm hoping he takes advantage of that space and does something instead of, him just, doing it. Because people do that, what it is people are seeing me over here. They see me doing stuff all the time. They see me building stuff all the time. My neighbors see, all these people coming over from Facebook Marketplace, buying stuff. Like I just had that truck yesterday in front of my house. The guy gave me $600, but he had a fucking monster truck, I had my neighbors asking me who was over your house yesterday with that big ass truck. That was a $300,000 truck. I'm like, no, it wasn't a $300,000 truck, People, they don't know, They don't. So, I'm gonna go in now. I gotta use the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom. I'm up, I gotta get computer stuff going. I'm gonna upload this video. I'm gonna roll a joint, set up the computer stuff. You guys will be seeing me soon. We're gonna read the Bible. We're gonna download some programs. Yeah, we're gonna do some computer stuff hopefully. We should be doing some computer stuff today, before anything else happens. So, I'm not gonna know anything about that truck until, way later today. So, after 5:30, 6 o'clock, I won't know till about 7 probably. So, I'm hoping she says yes, which means if she says yes, that means the truck ain't gonna be here tomorrow either. Because she's gonna get it AAA. She's gonna call AAA and have them move it, around the block and drop it. Which means I gotta push my truck out. I'm gonna have to push my truck out because I'm gonna want the front of the truck in my backyard closest to the garage, because we're gonna be swapping out a motor, which it has the Chevy 4.3 in it. I have no idea what I'm gonna be putting back into it. My mind's all over the place. To make money, if I want to make a lot of money, to get the most money out of it, it'd probably be better off putting the motor I have that's in my garage, in my driveway, put that V8 in there. I'd be able to get, if I do it right, I build it right, and it looks right, I'd probably get $6-7 grand out of it. If I do the build right, if I build it right. But the best thing to do, honestly, from a flip standpoint, is to find another 4.3, because I don't have to change much. I don't have to change anything really. All I gotta do is put the new motor in, and it will bolt right in. I don't have to modify anything, and also it's better for resale purposes to a normal person. And that's, Ryan told me to put a 350 in it, which makes a lot of sense. 350 is probably going to be one of the most reliable engines to put in there. It's going to be the most, makes sense. People go crazy over them. That's the whole reason why you would do something like that, people like the 350s. They run forever. But when you start doing that type of stuff, and you're trying to sell it to an average person, I want to sell this quick. So when you start changing that type of stuff, people get worried from it because, it's a different motor. It's not from that car. So when they go to replace stuff, they're not a car person, so they don't know that is from a Chevy, 1970 Chevy, not a 1990 Chevy. You get what I'm saying? So now they're running into issues when things are breaking. They don't know what it is to do, so it's going to cost them more of a headache than what it's worth. So those people aren't going to buy it. Which, most people that are going to be buying the Batman are going to be buying it for the Batman hood, and they're not going to be car people, you know what I mean? They're going to be your everyday people. They just need a car to get to and from work, and they want it to be nice. So that's the type of person I'm really trying to shoot for, to sell it to, because it's a bigger area, you know what I'm saying? The market is wider in a sense, I have more people to sell it to in a sense. It'll sell faster, in my opinion. So that's what I'm shooting for, is to basically just keep it how it is, but touch it up, I took you guys around it. So if I get it, I'm going to fix the mirrors, clean it up. The plastics that are all fucked up, I'm going to remove the rust. It's going to get cleaned up, it's got a brand new exhaust system on it. I'm basically going to refresh it up, make it nice, really, really nice. Detail it, and then the motor, we're going to do something special with it. It's probably going to get another 4.3 in it, but I might do a little, work to it, I might throw like a Whipple charger on it or something like that. You know, I might